Hello everybody and welcome to On Time Cooking VVPN Foundation. My name is Elena Esquin. I'm the host and the food judge as always. And now may I introduce our musician, John Dixon. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing just great today.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And our beautiful co-host, Bernadette Brown.
Hello, Tina. Good to see you.
Hello.
I missed you last week.
Thank you. Yes, good to see you too, as always. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Right, you too.
Yes,
Thank you.
And of course, our special guest tonight is Travis.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Very well. Very
Yes,
well.
it's good to have you here tonight. Yes.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'm very excited to find out more about you later. Yes, but now, guys, let's introduce our chef, Jack.
Absolutely.
So what are you cooking tonight?
Tonight we will be making the classic pasta fagioli, all fresh ingredients, very, very good. We're going to throw our own spin on it. Pasta fagioli is normally vegetarian, but we're going with some homemade Italian sausage in it, and we're going to completely knock this one out the box tonight.
Amazing. I'm very, very excited to try your food later.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm excited.
Yes, then have your kitchen for yourself. Enjoy the cooking, make the magic happen, and I will see you soon.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's doing tonight.
All
Here to
right,
make the classic pasta fagioli. My name is Chef Jack Henderson. This dish is based out of Italy, so it has a lot of fresh ingredients in it that we're going to utilize here. I'm also out of the Orlando area. Do a little work with Arthur's Catering and also Soul to Bowl Catering that we're trying to, take off here and make sure we can create good food and distribute it all across the state of Florida here. So
Sounds
I got
great.
some onion here I'm going to start with. And then with soup with me, everyone thinks soup that you just kind of, take a bunch of ingredients and throw them in a pot. That's not the case. It's all about building flavor, and that's what we're aiming for here. So we're going to start with our onions, and then we're going to sweat those down very, very good. And then from there, we'll keep on adding our ingredients to it.
Sounds great. Welcome back, by the way. Good to have you back in the kitchen.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be back. Absolutely.
It
exciting.
Sounds super exciting tonight. Oh my gosh.
We'll get all this cut
delicious.
up. And when it comes to cutting, whatever you're plating or doing, you kind of need to know how you're going to plate this. That's going to determine how you're going to cut it. So if you're cutting circles or you're cutting squares, then you need to kind of know how your plate presentation is going to be. So
That's a nice little tip.
absolutely. So you always want some kind of plan in your head about kind of what you're going to do. And that way you have flawless execution with that.
Well, I am excited to taste this because I grew up making it, so I'm excited.
Absolutely.
I
So
am really excited.
we got onion, celery, carrots, which is your mirepoix. A lot of basic soups and stews are started with onion, celery, carrots. There's times I used to be in the restaurant and I can cut onion, celery, carrots and not even know what soup I'm making. But I know eventually I'm going to have to put that in there. So that's where we are with that. Get those cut up nice.
Sounds good. I want to welcome Travis to us in our set tonight in our kitchen. Hi, Travis.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Welcome. I'm glad you came aboard.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Did you ever do anything like this before? Watch a live show?
You know what? I really haven't. This is very exciting so far. It's very
Good.
cool.
I'm glad. This is good. So while we watch Chef Jack in motion here, I'm just going to ask one little tidbit about you. What do you do for a business? Share that.
I'm the co-owner of Crooked Thumb Brewery, which is a small craft brewery in Safety Harbor, Florida. I've been in the beer industry for almost 20 years, and about 5 years ago I started conceptualizing with my partner, and we opened up about 3.5 years ago.
Nice, in Safety Harbor.
Yes, ma'am.
So everyone locally, you know where Safety Harbor is, and what's the name of it again?
Crooked Thumb Brewery.
Crooked Thumb Brewery. So is your thumb crooked before or after?
I think it got crooked afterwards.
Okay.
It was after we
Just
started the
thought I'd
brewery that
ask.
happened. Yeah.
That's exciting. Thank you. You never know, right? Back to you, Chef. Tell us what you're doing over there.
Well, salt and pepper. So we're going to build that flavor. So we're going to season in between stages. So you want a little bit, and then you can always add going in. So right there, I want to make sure I cook my onions down translucent, because you want the onion flavor, but you don't want it to be overpowering. You want everything to kind of be a balance, to where you kind of taste a little bit of everything in it. Like nothing should dominate the dish or anything like that. So big step is cooking those down. Does take a little pain, but well worth it, definitely. Alright, so if you notice, I'm not just dumping my onions, celery, carrots all in at the same time, because they all cook different. Like my carrots, I want them to still be, cooked, but I also want them to still have a little body to them. So I'll go celery next after that, and then carrots I'll go last.
And that makes sense. Usually people put it all in one pot and start
Yes,
going,
absolutely.
right? Yeah.
And then you get, mushed carrots and things like that. So there's a technique to everything that you're doing. So
that's super.
That you want to make sure you're doing. So
one of the biggest reasons that we're here, Chef, because we're going to look to you to guide our viewers to all these great little tips that you have for the kitchen.
It is. So here, when you're cutting too, you also want to think about how you're eating this. So it's soup, so you're going to be eating it with a spoon. So you don't want your stuff to be cut bigger than what will fit on an actual spoon. So you want it, nice size. So where it cuts in, we're going to go.
Travis, have you cooked this before?
I've not ever made pasta fagioli, although I do love to make soups.
Oh, this is perfect for you then.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is good.
Pasta fagioli is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Soups in general is one of my favorites to do, because there's so much you can do with them. They can be vegan, vegetarian. You can add meat to them. It's literally pretty much whatever you would like to do with them. I have a lot of ideas for food to do, but I kind of thought I'd be doing myself a disservice not to do some form of a soup.
I love it. So, thank you. I love it.
Get those going. We got carrots going.
Great.
All right, with this soup, pasta fagioli, it actually means beans and pasta. So, but it's normally vegetarian. But what we did is I got with Chef Scott Sullivan on a Sunday, and we rocked out some homemade Italian sausages that we're gonna add to this. So that should take it right over the top.
Nice.
Got some brown sausages here.
Wow.
And in that we got fennel, we got some crushed red pepper, we got kosher salt, we got minced garlic, a little bit of that, and it's done with Boston pork butts. So that one's very, very good. Just get one of these in there. Go with that.
Wow, that homemade sausage brought memories back to me, and my uncle making it all the time.
Absolutely.
So
it's very good.
Nothing like it.
When you're doing it, you can kind of control, the flavor of the sausage, of how you will like it. So with that, you can, many pepper flakes as you like.
Right.
You can make it, a little bit sweeter.
Right.
Pretty much whatever you would like to do. Over here, I got some water going. I'm going to get our pasta in there. A lot of times with this dish, some people add the pasta to it. I don't. I like the actual presentation for it, and then when you put it in your soup, the pasta will absorb all your liquid, and then you won't have anything else in there to actually hold in there. So
that's a good little tip too. I'm liking this dish. I'm loving this dish actually.
Brown sausage will go in.
Nice sausage. Oh my gosh, that's the best. Sorry everyone, you can't smell this, but trust us, it's good.
Right there.
Chef Deidre McLeod says hi, she sees you.
Hello Deidre, thank you for joining in, appreciate it. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Thanks to everyone out there that's, tuning in and showing support. It's all for a great cause here, so definitely appreciate it. Yeah. We're gonna cook that down right there. Over here, we're gonna go our ditalini pasta. Ditalini, it actually looks like little tubes. We'll use that for our garnishment in the hot water there. Put that one there. All right. And then we're gonna start throwing some fresh herbs in here. I got basil, I got thyme, I got oregano, which are all Italian spices, and a little bit of rosemary. nothing over too much with the rosemary, because rosemary is very dominating flavor in it. So we'll just go light on that.
And the key is those fresh herbs, am I right?
Yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Herbs make a really big difference when it comes to food and things like that. Very, very big believer in them.
I think what I've noticed is more and more people, especially our viewers, they're loving the fresh herbs.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's just
They totally change your dish. You know, the presentation of it,
Right.
everything changes about that dish when you're using fresh herbs. So
absolutely.
that's kind of what we have there. We got some thyme now. We're gonna pig. We're gonna chop it down.
I always want
Get
to
all
have a
that
huge herb garden.
incorporated.
Yeah, and it's not hard to grow herbs too, even in little pots.
And just a little,
Very, very
wonderful.
affordable compared to, you know, having to buy them.
Having to buy them, you're right,
Yeah.
you're right. You're
I actually
right.
worked at a bistro place once that we had a herb garden out back where we did our own
Nice.
fresh herbs and things like that. And, you know, you can really tell the difference in
You
food
can.
when you're doing it.
Yes,
So
you can. I agree.
get all that in there like that.
Yeah.
Alright, I got a little red pepper flake too over here. Nothing
Okay.
too much because my sausage does have a little bit in there. But I'm going to go a little bit in there too as well.
Okay.
Just 'cause I can.
Good luck.
Just because I can.
Just for good luck.
Yeah, this was good luck. So we're gonna get that cooking right there. Looking good so far. Now with this, like I said, it's all about building the flavors. You notice everything is going in, you know, one at a time. And then we're gonna
Smells
build that
good here.
in one pot.
Amazing.
That
It
gets built.
does. Oh my golly. This is my favorite part when I just start to get all those smells, you know, and oh, you see it come together. Oh, it smells marvelous. It really does. Thank you everyone for viewing here. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
We
Big
got
time.
some tomato paste here we're gonna add in there. Tomato paste. Add that.
You know, Chef, I've met a lot of cooks who don't quite understand why you use the tomato paste.
Yes.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but a lot of
Yes.
people, can you share why you would choose to use that tomato
I
paste?
use it for body. It gives it body and color. It gives you that deep red color, and it gives you that body.
Yeah.
If you're just using like regular tomatoes, you don't necessarily get that deep, dark, rich
Right.
red color that you're looking for in there. There we go on that one. So with the tomato paste, you want to cook that in. Like I say, everything's building flavors. You want to cook all that in. French culinary, that's
so
called pincé. Get this one set off right here. Make sure it's good on that one. Keep it rolling.
That is way too wonderful smell. Oh my goodness.
absolutely.
Oh, superb. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Thing about soups, all about building flavor.
Yeah.
Right here, I got a little chicken base. It's a little flavor to it.
Okay.
Those work very well. And if you notice, again, I'm still building here. So I got some white wine I'm gonna go in with that next. And the thing with the white wine is deglazing. So you're taking everything that you built on the bottom of that pan off the bottom of that pan. And it stands in there.
Makes sense.
So we'll go to that, man.
Definitely makes sense. Makes you hungry, right?
Yeah,
A little white wine.
definitely hungry.
Oh gosh. That's what they say, a little for the pot, a little for me.
I was, but I
They
didn't want to
always
drink out
say,
the bottle
come
on TV. I definitely was. Didn't want to drink out the bottle on TV. So we'll let that ride right there. Add some more herbs to it.
That's super.
Alright. There's always garlic in there. You're going to do it. Cook that up.
Yeah, there's a
All right.
smiling face on the side here, so just saying.
Then from there, we're going to go veg stock.
Okay.
Veg stock goes.
Is that
All right.
about a cup? Did you do 2 cups of that?
Yes, 2 cups of
2
that.
cups. Okay.
Always going to depend on what size of a batch you're making and things like that. So that's going to be the biggest thing. All right, after that, we're going to go cannellini beans. Our white beans, great northern beans, can all be replaced in them. Goes very well. All right. And then I also got kidney beans. Kidney beans, I like them for the color contrast in them. So I got some deep dark red ones So if you're looking at the orange of the carrots and you know, the white beans,
good color there
and all of that, the herbs, like that's going to be a very, very good color right there. So we'll go right there, and then we're going to let that cook down.
But that already looks like so colorful, and that's inviting, you know, to eat. It just
absolutely.
Because you eat with your eyes first.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Now, the one thing I do like to put in there is a Parmesan rind. Parmesan rind is something I kind of learned that works very, very well. Not really to eat, but like this cooks in there and then flavor from it.
Wow.
Because most of your like mold and stuff from cheese, that it's a lot of it's in this that rind right there.
Know that.
So I'll take that. That's a little Parmesan Reggiano rind. So we'll throw both of those in there. And that's definitely a game changer when it comes to.
Boy, that's something. I never knew that.
So.
How can I know that? I grew up Italian. How do I not know that?
Right there. And then from there, I'm going to go to vine-ripe tomatoes. I chose vine-ripe tomatoes because they're very fresh. Vine-ripe tomatoes, they pick them a little bit before they're done, so they continue to grow on the vine and ripen on the vine. So you get them at their most juiciest. Most tomatoes are picked, and then they're either like bought together with gas or in a dark room or something like that. Yeah. So these right here are kind of, you know, taking over a little bit with the vine-ripe tomatoes. So take those.
I'm not interrupting you. I'm just, you continue to go on and do your magic, and I'm just going to take a little break.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yes.
So, how is everything?
Very good, very good. We're cooking, going. We're doing very well right now at this point.
Okay, do you think you will finish on time?
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about it.
Okay, great, very nice. So yeah, tell me more about your recipe. So how did you come up with your
just from me making pasta fagioli a few times, and then just taking certain elements of it that I like about it, and then, you know, spinning it into, you know, my own. This is a dish that's been done for a very, very long time. So, you know, there's no invention of the wheel here. It's more so, you know, improving and going on with what you want.
That's cool. So do you cook a lot when you home?
Yes, absolutely, I do. When I can. Sometimes work consumes you.
Or are you too busy at work? You don't want to cook anymore?
Sometimes it consumes you, and you're like, I don't want to see another stove again. But I mean, really, the only way to kind of get better at your craft is to cook at home, because when you're cooking in a restaurant, you're pretty much following other people's ideas, other people's recipes. So in order to kind of, you know, and be better at your craft, you kind of have to cook at home.
All right. Okay, cool. So what about you guys? Are you enjoying?
Of course.
The cooking?
Oh yeah.
Yes. What about you, Travis? You having fun?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, guys, we'll have a small little break right now. Bernadette will take over, and I will be back soon.
All right.
Check on your food.
Yes, absolutely. I will be ready for you. All right. I got a little bay leaves I'm going to drop in there too.
Okay, cook along.
Absolutely.
While you do that, Chef, we're just going to take just a small break just to make sure that we do thank a wonderful sponsor of ours, always there for us. That's DonnaBuilt.com. She does a beautiful artwork that's usually always behind me, and we do have some of her small art magnets on the refrigerator too. And this is purely by hand and from her heart. So again, thank you, Donna. And visit DonnaBuilt.com. View some of that beautiful art. Go ahead and make a purchase. It always makes a beautiful gift. So, Travis, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Nice to have you here.
I appreciate it.
Nice to have you here. So, let's take a little musical interlude here. Well, that's what they call it, interlude. And
know that.
you know you do. We learned. And then Chef Jack, you continue to cook along. We'll just listen to some awesome music here to inspire us. Okay, bye.
Sounds good.
John Dash Dixon.
I like music.
There you go.
That means I don't have to sing.
That's
Don't want me to run everybody out of here.
Dude, I'm in your zone. I'm like waiting to eat. Look at this.
You should go up there and just like see what's going
I know,
on over there, right?
Well, I thought about it, you know.
Hey, don't just think. You
I don't want
need
to
to
get in
do.
front of the, you know,
Well, you don't want
get in the way of the chef. So,
You don't want to get in front of him, but you know. Does that look awesome?
I don't want to get in the way, but yeah, it looks
We
really
are actually
amazing.
back to you, Chef.
right,
They got me so thrown out of shape over here.
I know.
I went with a little bit more tomato paste just because I wanted a little bit more darker.
I know. I want to look. I want to see
Darker red color.
what's going on over
So
here.
we're gonna chop up some
Stand the
parsley
chef's
for it. Absolutely, come on over. Got that rolling. I'm big with tasting spoons. I don't know how you can technically make a dish.
Go for it.
It's not salted, over salted. We'll definitely go a little bit more.
That looks fabulous. That really does. That looks super.
Man, it smells amazing too.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know exactly what your food tastes like. Like I say, from here, a lot of people would throw the pasta in there.
Yeah.
But I get, you know,
Right.
you need presentation and, you know, of it absorbing all your liquid.
Right.
You don't want to get rid of all that good liquid you got in there.
You
When
are
you put
right.
pasta in there, it just soaks it up and it swells.
You are absolutely
You
correct.
have no liquid whatsoever. You have more of a stew.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Yes, minestrone. You are right. Oh my gosh, you're making so much sense. I don't know why, Chef.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Everything you have to take into consideration when you're, you know, when you're building and doing different things like that. You know, it's not just the, you know, the food. You got to think about how you're serving it, you know, what you're serving it on, how you want to eat it. We're rolling pretty good there.
And you are going to have a presentation dish that you're going to create right here
Absolutely.
for our viewers, first of all, is what I'm going to say.
Yes.
That's, we want them to see
We're
this.
very, very excited about what we got right now.
Oh,
with
you're
it.
doing fabulous. You're doing really good.
Keep that parsley. If you notice, I put my tomatoes in right towards the end because I want them to still have a little body to them too. That way they're not, you know, all mush and different things like that. So, and then with my parsley, parsley is my finisher. I go at the end. I want to keep the herbs green in there, and that way they're not brown right before they go out. So parsley is going to be my finisher. Right here, normally I would use dry beans, but in the 30-minute time period, it's a little harder to get dry beans done.
I've got you.
But a nice tip when you're doing dry beans is to salt it at the end. Because if you put salt in it when it's cooking, it forms a casing around the bean, and they take longer to cook.
Never knew that.
So you can salt them. You can salt them at the end.
Yeah.
Now we're getting that nice little deep, rich red color that we were looking for.
I really love how you can see like all the elements of the dish.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like you said, the colors popping.
Yes.
It's just so beautiful and visually appealing.
Absolutely. So that's part of the reason for the dark beans, the orange of the carrots, the red of the tomatoes, you know, the herbs that are gonna go on there. We're gonna let that ride. All right. Over here I have a little Italian loaf bread. It's a little Italian loaf bread we're gonna serve with the soup. So I'm gonna put a little olive oil on that. We'll go on a pan, you know, get it a nice little crust on it, and we'll serve that because nothing better than with some nice bread to sop up all that good soup.
Right.
So
yes, you are.
that's how we're gonna do that.
Yes, you are right.
So
Always
we'll
have to have that with
off
that.
of there.
You have, I'm going to tell you, 7 minutes right now.
Oh yeah. I like it.
I
Easy money, easy money.
Yeah, you got
Easy money, easy money. We're going good right now. So basically,
You are.
from here, this is, you just want this to ride out and then, you know, develop your flavor from it and adjust it accordingly to the way you want it. This is all from here is about your taste preference.
Wow.
That's the thing about soup. If you want it hotter,
Right.
then you go more pepper flakes in it.
Right.
You know, it's all personal preference when it comes to things like this. You can follow the basis of a recipe, but you can never go away from your taste buds.
And make it
your
your
own.
own.
You
You're
never
right.
go away from your. You gotta
Yeah.
trust your taste buds when it comes to things like that.
Yeah, you're right. That it really does smell incredible. Everyone
Absolutely.
watching. Oh
Yeah.
my golly. Man, if we can pop you all
We
over
got
here,
that
we would.
Parmesan rind that's starting to melt in there, nice and soft. So we're striking a lot of flavor from that Parmesan Reggiano. Very, very good. All right, we'll give this one a little shot and see.
And Chef, I think your niece is showing, is here, Takaria.
Oh,
Did I say
hey.
her name?
How you doing? That's
Yeah,
brilliant.
I had to tell you that.
How you doing? Yes.
That was like really nice.
Awesome. Yeah,
Welcome.
she's
Thank
very,
you.
very awesome. She's very supportive.
That is very nice.
You know, super, super proud of her.
Yeah. Aw.
She actually graduated high school as a junior, so she's
wow.
super, super smart.
Nice. Oh, welcome. That's so nice. I wanted to share that
You
with
owe me something for telling a good story about you.
Uh-oh. Did you hear that?
There's a lot of Conan.
I'm gonna be looking for a little something on the back end. All right.
That's really great. Thank you.
So we got our bread there. We'll just go a little bit on. I got a little oil in the pan. But we're gonna go a little bit on this one too. And we'll get those down right there, so that way.
Just putting them on the
Yeah,
stove.
absolutely. Because you know the oven will give you a little bit longer of a time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay. So we're putting the oven.
all right. We are doing that.
So I'm thinking
Yes. What are you
just
thinking?
maybe slightly under 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes or so. Yeah.
Sounds
Slightly
good.
under.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's gonna take more than that to scare me tonight. Prepared.
We don't want to scare you. We
I'm
want the
prepared.
food.
I
You know,
am
so
prepared.
we ain't scaring
Just wanna
you.
eat.
Not at all. I came
Yeah.
prepared.
hungry.
That's
I was
it.
always taught pride plus preparation prevents poor performance. So if you take pride in what you do, you prepare yourself, then it's very hard to fail. So that's,
Oh, I don't see
what
that
I live
happening
by.
with you. Don't see
That's
that
how you
happening
live
with
by.
you. That's what you
So
live by.
You
I got you.
always be prepared to have a plan of action, and you know, as long as you kind of can stick to that. Of course, things
Proud of
always
it.
don't go the way you want, but you know, as long as you have a plan, you can always adjust and go
Got it.
accordingly with this.
Wonderful, wonderfully put. Wwonderfully put.
Put down.
Slice
Our bread. We're doing good. We are doing
I'm
good.
just-
You're doing good.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the dish. I think this is
Yeah.
just such a
I'm telling you.
so good.
All right, so basically we're gonna let that bread brown and we should be good on plating. I'm gonna make a little room here so I can plate here.
Beautifully. Good. That's a good choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want to see that plate.
Absolutely. I also bought a couple link Italian sausages for you guys to have a little bit later on. So they're in the refrigerator.
Nice.
Definitely absolutely welcome to them.
Oh, that's so nice. Homemade. Oh my
Yes,
gosh. How
homemade.
many people get homemade
Yes,
sausage? Come on.
yes. Chef Scott Sullivan, I got with him and he was about it. He has a nice sausage, grinder and stuffer. And so we did some ground Italian and we did some with some casings on it.
Oh, good. Oh,
Those are
dude.
very, very
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Looking
my
forward to
gosh.
getting back in the in the lab with him again and coming up with some kibasas and different things, some
Sounds
chicken
good.
apple sausages and
Sounds
things
That sounds
like
good.
that.
That
So,
sounds
That's-
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I know. I'm
absolutely.
there. So
absolutely.
3 minutes, a little under 3 minutes
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Ready to roll.
Oh, that chicken apple sounds so good.
It is. It
made me
is
hungry.
very good. I'm very excited to try his because
That's
it's
cool.
normally very,
That
very
is
good.
great. And he's in Orlando?
Yes, absolutely. I met him through Arthur's Catering.
Okay.
He's one of the chefs at Arthur's Catering.
Nice.
So very, very excited about that.
Nice. Well,
Yes,
hello to him.
absolutely. In this, you can never know everything, so you always want to keep learning.
Yeah.
And if anyone tells you they know it all, they're lying.
It's not true. It's not true.
And it's usually the opposite when they tell you.
Absolutely. You got it. You got
Always
it
what
right.
I'd seen
You're
before,
right,
yeah.
Travis. You're
Always
right.
room for growth because, just because I'm a chef, depending on what region I grew up in, I might not
different.
grew up with the same ingredients that you grew up
Got
with.
that right.
It's like why down south we make peach cobbler instead of berry cobbler. Blackberries don't grow here.
You got it.
So,
It's all personal.
Absolutely.
It's all personal. You are 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes. It's that 2 minute warning, and you know.
I like it. Oh my God, it's bread.
2 minute warning.
Oh my God, it's bread. Smoky bread. I'm feeling that.
Okay, so thank you again, everyone, for watching. Deidre, Takiria, and thank you, Greg. Greg, it's nice to see you on here. Mary, thank you. Jason.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely hungry, Jason. Thanks for watching.
There you go, Travis. Thank you all for watching. We're really happy. Go ahead and share this. And Kasha, thank you. Nice to have you here. And Greg again. Greg Maselli, thank you. Yes, pasta fagioli. I know you know what that is, Greg. Okay, we are plating now. against a white plate. See, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
That
it
is
makes the colors
it.
pop.
That's
I mean, it really gives you that contrast.
It's got to be the. Oh.
You always want to know what you're plating on, how you're plating it, the whole nine. Yes.
It's really good, Chef.
Get us a nice little brown on that, and we'll shut them off.
Oh, let's get a picture.
And then we're gonna go finisher. We'll go like that. We'll go a little bit of.
Just shift a couple little items over
And then
here.
the rest I'm gonna put in the dish to finish off. And we'll shut him down right there. And he should be good. See if I can get a nice little crusty crust on that one. Oh yeah. And we'll plate like this on him.
Egg on the face.
You are nearly done. Are y'all all done here?
I am
Gotta
good.
hurry up. 1, 2,
I
3.
am good.
Gotta do it.
Huh.
Gotta
Let's
do
roll. Let's roll.
Egg on the face.
Let's
Come
roll.
on, no.
We got our Cannellini pasta. We got.
He's here.
Huh.
He's got this.
Yes.
He's got it.
Parmigiano Reggiano on the top.
Go ahead. You
We
got
are
it
good.
done. We're good.
Smoke.
We are good.
Boom.
Nice.
And the
Roll.
ditalini
Ditalini.
on the other one, and we're good to
Yes.
go.
I'll put a little bit on that one. That was just another sample, but I wanted to do two to start, and I can plate up everybody else's right after that.
Looks
There
fabulous.
you go.
Nice.
Done.
Beautiful.
All right.
Okay, time to go. Chef.
Yes.
So yes, I'm very proud of you. You finished on time.
Right at there. I was
Yes.
finishing that right.
You
Let's open
almost
it on
got
there.
the egg.
Man's a good guy. He didn't have it in him. Nah, but yeah, it was right there,
So
right at
guys,
the
for
end.
That was
everyone
there,
who
that
doesn't
was-
know, if the chef doesn't finish on time, he will get an egg in the
I'm
face.
clean still.
So she got lucky. If you can get an egg
Shit,
in the
that's
first time,
White jacket's still
correct.
clean, you know.
I know you guys are probably upset very much, but I'm sorry. Next time.
You better watch because you be standing by it, so you better watch.
Let's try the food. It looks amazing. I'm telling
Yes.
you guys. And I will need some help from our special guest, Travis.
Oh.
This
Travis,
is
come
your
over
chance
here.
All
here.
right. I've been waiting.
Smell it.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
We need
Yes.
some forks, or should we eat with hands?
Big chefs for these. Absolutely.
Here you go,
Oh,
Travis.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One step this way.
Okay, come over here, closer to
Alright.
me. Okay, don't be afraid. I
Alright.
don't
The
bite
water's
you. Okay, you ready?
All right, I'm digging in.
Oh, go. Been waiting too long for this. Oh my gosh, it smells really good.
That's very, very, very delicious. So what do you think? What is the difficulty level of the dish? Easy or hard? Is it something that you would try home?
I'd say for something to execute, as long as you had like a decent skills in the kitchen, you could probably do it. But I love the way that
Absolutely.
you can pick out all the vegetables. Carrots still have a little bit
Yes.
of
Yes.
body to them. Pasta's perfectly cooked. I think the sausage is really awesome, and that's like to me really what's setting the dish off. It's so good.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
So tell to the people how you like it.
He's eating. He's eating.
Yeah, no,
Leave him alone.
this is really great.
Yes.
I want this recipe.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well
Absolutely.
done. Great
Yeah.
job.
First people
Jack.
will post.
So proud
Like I
of
did
you.
the
Thank you.
pasta
Very
too.
nice.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah,
job.
absolutely. It's all about
got it.
presentation.
Yes.
That pasta's mixed in there. It's hard to see it and different things like that. So get you that presentation right on the top of it.
I'm gonna
good.
finish that dish a little bit later. But now, thank you so much, Travis, for helping me here tasting the food. You can take your plate.
Yeah, thanks for feeding.
Yeah,
With
just
you.
take and run. Take and run.
All right, Jack. Is there anything else you would like to tell us or to the people out there?
Just lately, I've been doing some work with the Homeless Coalition in Orlando. Also, going to be doing some work with the Homeless Coalition in Apopka. So make sure you guys get out there. Don't forget about the people in the homeless shelters. Some days they don't eat. These are our mothers, daughters, children. So let's make sure we take care of them. I'm teaming up with Chef Darren Parks, and we started a GoFundMe, and we're going to be doing food for them. So nothing about me. I want to take care of that. That's priority.
Beautiful
that's
story.
Very,
Absolutely.
very sweet of you. We really appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me back.
Jack, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope I will see you next time.
Good night, everyone.